Boop boop. Oh hey. So, gonna make a life update video because I haven't in a while. Why not? Let's do it. So, a few things to catch up is that Chris and I went to our America trip 2.0 and basically it was just seeing relatives. We got to go to a wedding and we got to just have a great time. It was really just like, it was funny because I realized beforehand, I was telling people, oh yeah, I'm going to America, and like literally there was one point where I said that in the staff room at Coles where I work, and like 4 heads turned around like, you're going to America. like yes, but I've gone enough times now that it's not a touristy thing. It's not it's like just going to see the relatives. That's all it is. It's just that Chris and I have to go way further than most people. Most people, they might, go see their aunts and uncles or grandmas and grandpas and all that stuff. And maybe it's a few hours, a few towns away, or, maybe a bit longer depending. But most people, I think, only live maybe several hours apart. No, we live about 14 hours one-way trip, and then have to travel a bit more to go wherever we're going. So for example, we went to Grandma Barry's place first, which was great because I love Grandma Barry. And we so pretty much we landed. We actually stayed a night over in San Diego because jet lag is a thing, and then we flew over to Boston, which is across the other side of America, and that took numerous hours. I think it was 6, if I remember. We flew around a bit. So yeah, we also got to see Chris's an online friend named Kat, who was extremely cool. Her and her boyfriend let us stay over at their place for a few nights, and she lived not in Chicago, but like a few hours away in a town like near Chicago. You know what I mean? So technically we've been to Chicago, but we haven't like really looked around. So again, it's not really touristy. It's just seeing relatives, seeing friends. So that was really, really fun. And we went for the entire month of October. So yeah, that was cool. So now we're back, and we actually just finished going to a second wedding, which was for our friends Ross and Jasmine, who are in the Star Trek fan club, and that was super awesome. And that was really fun. It was a beautiful venue. It was like it was kind of like this country resort, if you will. And there's lots of beautiful gardens and paddocks and trees, and it was just super, super beautiful and super, super pretty. And one of the funnest parts, well, kind of fun, just I'll explain. The weather was a bit because it was very much wanting to rain, very much, and it was all thundery. So we're all there. It's a ceremony, and it's like lightning, like not too crazy, but and we're like, please don't rain, please don't rain. And it started to rain just as it finished, because like the ceremony was complete. The photographer got everybody around to do a big group photo. She took a few photos, and then it started to rain, and like we're like, oh, get out of here, especially because it was kind of like this area of land where the ceremony took place, which was surrounded by flowers and beauty and trees, and this small little path out of that bit of area. So it was like a funnel, like everybody had to get through just this part, because you couldn't go through the rose bushes or anything, of course. So that slowed people down. So by the time most people got up to the stairs of the actual resort, that's when it started to bucket down, rain, and it was just bucketing and bucketing for like a good 2 hours. So that was super cool. Super nice wedding. Thank you so much, Ross and Jasmine, if you see this, for inviting us. And Chris was a groomsman, and I know he had like the best time. So that was super awesome. We just did that, and now we're back home. Life is getting back to normal. For me, the news is that I am still casual teaching, and I've actually hit the 50 I've been counting all the jobs I've ever had, and I've reached the 50 milestone number of jobs. So pretty much if I went out either for a day or a half day, sometimes I just half a day, I count that as a job. So I've done 50, and that's quite a lot actually. So yeah, there you go. And still doing that. There's about a month left till the end of term four, and then that's it for school this year. And then I can have a holiday break, and get ready for next year, which is going to be kind of cool. I'm kind of excited by it because I've gotten to meet lots of kids, obviously, and some I've met much more frequently, and I actually know them. I know their names, and I kind of actually know their personalities, which is so cool. And I'm excited to see them. I like the idea of, I wouldn't mind being a casual teacher for several years because I love the idea of actually seeing them grow, you know? These kids grow up gradually, you know, physically and mentally and all that stuff. And I'm like, it's so weird. That would be really cool. But yeah, so that's going on. And other than that, I made an official declaration on the Facebook that I want to lose weight, because pretty much this year I've just been focusing on teaching. In the past, I've usually had goals that related to health and fitness. And while I've never been technically like thin, like how most people think thin, I've always been a little bit overweight. I've never been this heavy, because I'm 91 roughly kilos right now. And pretty much we got back from America, I stepped on the scale, and it was like 93. And I was like, that's a bit high. I've never been that heavy. Thanks, America. So yeah, and I decided to go on Facebook and post how much I weigh and some photos, and basically it's for accountability. It's not so much the before and after, because the goal is to submit weekly, every Sunday. It's more just so if I have somewhat of an audience, I think that would be more, that would be more motivating. Well, hopefully, because, you know, I want to, you know, every Sunday show how I've been doing, and hopefully the number will go down a little bit every time. And like, that's good, you know? And so hopefully, you know, knowing that I'm going to do that and I have to make sure I do it, I've even put it in my calendar and everything, you know, weigh yourself, make videos, post it every Sunday. So if I do that, hopefully that's going to be motivating enough for me to just be on track and have accountability buddies everywhere. So yeah, and so many people were so supportive and so helpful when I made that announcement. Like, I was kind of a bit surprised by the response. A lot of people made comments and sent me little inboxes, you know, saying like, oh, you know, lots of advice, which is tricky because I appreciate it so much. And at the same time, it's like, there's just so many different ways that you can become healthy and, you know, exercise and be fit. There's so many options and so much advice. So it's almost like, okay, guys, one, I'm doing light and easy. So I have food covered as long as I stick to it. So it'll be good. And I am trying out different things with exercise. I did resistance band training yesterday to this video online. It's like you have this like stretchy band that, you know, like you pull on it and stuff and it creates resistance, and it's kind of like doing weightlifting, sort of. And yeah, that was hard. That was super hard. Oh, but yeah, so I did that. Yeah. So that's beginning right now. So hopefully my goal is to reach 60 kilos. So it's a weight loss of roughly 31. And that's probably, if I am just gradual, which I really should be. I shouldn't be aiming for losing weight dramatically quickly, because that's not good for me. Instead, I should just lose weight very slowly over time, and it's probably going to take another year or more to reach that goal. So yeah, there you go. Life update, done. Oh, and Chris is working back at Telstra. They basically asked him to come back, and he's like, okay, I will, but I'm going to go back to part-time. I'm not going to do full-time again. Stressful. So they said, yep. And now he's doing that right now. So hopefully that goes well for him. We'll see. I think he is, you know, trying to keep his options open because, you know, he did leave Telstra for a reason. It's super crazy hard and super stressful. No one needs that. So yeah, anyway, that's all for now. Life update done. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.